Hi, today's video is called Why Adults Freeze When Speaking French. You studied French, you know the words, you did the exercises, and then someone asks you a simple question in French and your mind goes completely blank. If that's you, here's the thing. You're not failing at French, you're having a normal human response to pressure. I'm François, and for the past 8 years, I've worked with thousands of adult French learners. Inside the French club, I've seen this pattern again and again with accomplished adults. People who are confident at work and confident in life suddenly feel strangely powerless in one specific moment, speaking French out loud. Here's what's really happening. What I'm about to share comes from well-established research in second language learning, anxiety, and how attention and memory work under pressure, and it explains why freezing happens and what actually helps. Speaking a second language is not just a language task, it's also a social task. And for adults, social evaluation matters. Even if nobody's judging you, your brain can interpret the moment as high stakes. I might sound stupid. I might take too long. I might be corrected. I might look less intelligent than I am. This is why freezing shows up most during speaking, even when comprehension is decent. Now add the second piece. Speaking French in real time is a heavy cognitive load. When you speak French, you're asking your brain to do many things at once. Find words, apply grammar, pronounce correctly, listen, plan what to say next, monitor for errors, and navigate social dynamics. That's a lot of demands on a system with limited working memory. Under pressure, your brain can overload, and then you freeze. The third factor matters even more. When anxiety shows up, it steals attention and mental space. So the system goes into deeper overload. That overload feels like I know it and I know that I know it, but I can't access it. It's not a character flaw. It's overload under pressure. This happens when you're preparing for any type of exam, a French test, or simply trying to hold a conversation without panicking. The final trap that many adults fall into is perfectionism. Adults often try to speak and self-correct at the same time. They monitor grammar, pronunciation, and speed while they're still building the sentence. But self-monitoring is expensive. It increases load and makes every sentence fragile. That's why some people speak better when they stop trying to speak perfectly. So, what works? Not heroic bravery, not pushing harder. What works is changing the design of practice. Your brain stops treating French like danger and starts treating it like training. Here are two simple tools you can use immediately. First, use the bridge phrase to buy time and stay in the conversation. Je cherche mes mots. I'm looking for my words. Une seconde, s'il vous plaît. 1 second, please. Comment dit-on en français? How do you say in French? These phrases do something powerful. They reduce shame and keep you speaking, which is the whole goal. Second, you can use a recovery move when you freeze. Don't restart the whole sentence. Don't apologize repeatedly. Do this instead. Say one simple idea, then add one detail, and then ask one question back. Even if your French is simple, you're back inside the conversation, and staying inside the conversation is how confidence is rebuilt. Now, let's connect this to the three main kinds of learners we support at the French Club, because the next step depends on your situation. 1. If you're a busy adult who wants to keep progressing and speak French in real situations within 3 to 12 months, you don't want to guess what to study. You need a structured A1 to B2 path with prepared materials, a predictable weekly rhythm, and focused skill workshops so progress becomes visible week by week. 2. If you're preparing for the TEF Canada or TCF Canada exam or any other type of French exam, freezing is actually performance pressure. You need timed practice under exam conditions, strategic focus on what moves your score, and clear checkpoints that answer the question, am I ready yet? 3. If you're building confidence and consistency, the fastest way out of freezing is not isolation. It's safe repetition with real people, where speaking becomes a habit. You need psychological safety, regular low-pressure conversation opportunities, and formats you can try until you find what keeps you showing up. All three paths rely on the same foundation: lowering anxiety, working within your brain's limits, and practicing in a structured way until speaking starts to feel familiar. Freezing is common, but it's not permanent. When practice is designed correctly, your brain learns a new message. Speaking French is not danger, it's training. What's the next step? If you want the easiest entry point, start with our free A1 program at frenchclub.net. If you would like a deeper explanation behind all this, I also wrote a longer Substack post that breaks it down in a simple, practical way, and the link will be in the comments. My name is François Normando. I'm the founder of the French Club, and I hope that we will be assisting you very soon. Thank you.